You are about to practice beginner's Hatha Yoga. Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I'm Lesley Fightmaster, and this is day 8 of our beginner's program. Today's class will focus a lot on standing poses. So, as always, do what you can, rest as you need to, and just a little warning, you'll hear some noises in the background because Elmer the cat decided that he wanted to be in this video as well. Welcome to day 8. Our winner of today's Jade Yoga mat is me, Chena Samay. And I apologize if I said that incorrectly, but from Sugarland, Texas. Texas. All of Duke's exes are from Texas. Just kidding. So, if you would like to win a free yoga mat from Jade Yoga, all you have to do is go to fightmasteryoga.com and then /free mat. Enter there because we still have 22 mats to give away, so it's not too late. So enter there. You do, though, have to be subscribed to this channel and push the like button because you want to be healthy. So we'll begin sitting up nice and tall. Start to connect with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slight constriction in the back of the throat. And then we'll take our hands together in front of the heart. May your practice today help you to feel grounded and connected to your body and mind. Inhaling peace, exhaling any stress. And then releasing that, we'll come forward onto the hands and knees, and then take the hips back into child's pose. Remember, the hips don't have to go all the way back toward the heels. And then extend the arms forward if you can, so that the arms are straight. Spread your fingers. Inhale, come up onto your knees, tuck your toes, and come into down dog with your knees bent. And then just straighten the right leg, and then the left, bicycling the legs. Make sure your arms are shoulders distance apart, and your feet are hips width. Spread your fingers nice and wide, press into the base of the fingers as you bend both knees, lift up through the forearms, and then straighten through the legs as much as they will. Keep your arms and ears in line and draw your belly in. As you inhale, come to plank pose, top of a push-up. You can set your knees down here, or you can keep them up, it's up to you. Shift your shoulders forward about an inch as you slowly lower. Have everything touch down at once onto your belly. Hands by low ribs, press to the tops of the feet. Inhale, peel the chest up for a little cobra, drawing shoulder blades toward the waist, and then release down. Tuck the toes under, press up to plank. Knees can be up or down. And then return into downward facing dog. Arms shoulders distance and feet hips width. Press the weight up to the hips and then reach down through the heels, spinning inner thighs back. Now look forward and bend your knees, stepping feet to hands. Then inhale, hands to shins or above knees, lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold, bend the knees as needed. Press through your feet and rise up as you inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart, samastitihi, which means steady balance. Feet hips width apart, outer edges of the feet parallel or big toes touching. Inhale, sweep the arms up, keep the ribs in. As you exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold forward. On your inhale, lengthen your spine and look up. As you exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step your right foot way back. And then the left into plank pose, top of a push-up. You can take the knees down here anytime you wish, or keeping them up as you lower all the way down to the belly. Hands by low ribs. Inhale, peel the chest up, keep the belly lifted, tailbone toward heels. Exhale, maybe into upward dog. We haven't seen this yet. If you're in up dog, thighs and knees are off the floor. Then drop to the knees and lift back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Make sure to keep the fingers spread, pressing base of fingers, lifting up through forearms. Gaze between your knees or your feet, steady Ujjayi breathing. Bend your knees, keep the hips high as you step forward, and then inhale, lengthen, look up, and exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet to rise up as you inhale, palms facing in, and then exhale, hands to heart. Turn and face the long side of your mat and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your right leg all the way out and the back toes in a little. So if you have your arms at shoulder height, your wrists would be right above your ankles. Take the arms up, inhale, bend the right knee over the ankle, exhale, warrior two pose. Make sure the knee is just above the ankle and press it toward the little toe side of your foot. Gaze over your fingertips as you breathe here. Press into the front heel. As you inhale, straighten the leg. And then as you exhale, take the arms at shoulder height again and return to warrior two, gazing over the fingertips. Make sure your feet are lined up, front heel and back arch. Press gently through the little toe side of the back foot. Firm the back leg, lifting back inner thigh up. Gaze over the fingertips as you breathe. Inhale to straighten the leg. Bring your hands to your hips, take your feet to parallel. And now turn left leg out, back toes in a little. Make sure you're still heel to arch. Arms at shoulder height, inhale. And then exhale, bend the left knee over the ankle for warrior two. So again, double check your knee is just above your ankle. It's not in front of it and it's not behind it. And then point your knee straight ahead so it's right above your middle toes. Gazing over the fingertips, breathing. Relax your shoulder blades. Press down into the front heel. Inhale, straighten the leg, take the arms down. Take a breath here. And then inhale the arms to shoulder height again, and exhale, bend the left knee over the ankle once again. Gazing over the left fingertips. Double check your knee again, making sure it's over the ankle, and then widen across your collarbones. Lengthen through all four sides of your waist as you breathe. Inhale, straighten the leg. Relax your arms and bring your feet back to parallel, hands to hips. Now let's turn the right leg all the way out, the back toes in again, lining heel to arch. As you inhale, arms to shoulder height. As you exhale, hinge from your hip crease. Reach, reach, reach out as far as you can. And then take your right hand down wherever it lands. Extend up through the left arm. You can look forward or down. If your neck is okay with it, look up toward the left hand. Now see if you can lengthen from your right hip crease through your right armpit, bringing your bottom ribs forward, spinning top ribs back. Keep your breath steady. Look down at the front foot. Inhale to come up. Relax your arms a moment. And now shorten your stance a little bit, and we'll do it again. Arms at shoulder height, hinge from your hip crease. Reach, reach, reach out and then down. And that is my cat making a ruckus. Left arm up. Lengthen through your torso here. Now inhale, reach the left arm in line with the ear. As you exhale, circle the left arm around. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale, reach it forward in line with the ear and then down and around. Inhale to stretch up. Exhale, reach it forward and circle the arm around. Inhale, take it back up. Look down to the front foot and return to center. Bring your feet to parallel. Now, left leg out, back toes in. Go a little wider with your stance again. So it was as wide as your warrior two. Arms at shoulder height, inhale. Hinge from your hip crease. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. And then take your left hand down wherever it lands. Stretching up through the right arm. So the hand can be anywhere along the leg except on the kneecap. Now see if you can lengthen from your left hip crease through your left armpit as you draw your left bottom ribs or the bottom ribs forward and spin your top ribs back. Keep the breath nice and steady. Only look up at the right hand if your neck is okay with that. Look down to the foot. Inhale, come on up. Relax your arms a moment and then shorten your stance a little bit, maybe about 12 inches or so. Arms back to shoulder height. Hinge from that front hip crease again. Reach out and then down. Stretching up through the right arm. You can notice the difference between the longer stance and the shorter stance and see if you have a preference. It's really up to you. Reach right arm forward, inhale. Exhale, sweep it around. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, stretch it forward and then circle around. Once again, reach up, inhale. As you exhale, reach it forward, make a big circle with the arm. Stretch the right arm up. Look down toward the foot. Inhale, back to center. Take your feet to parallel. Point your toes in a little and then step your feet together and turn and face the front of your mat. Feet hips width apart. Standing nice and tall, pull the belly in and up. Now we'll step just the right foot back. And then, that was the left foot back. Sorry about that. Square up the hips and shoulders toward the front of the mat. Slowly start to bend now your right knee, your front leg over the ankle with hands on hips, pulling right hip back and lengthening through your lower back. Reach your left arm forward and then take it up, inhale. Now add the right arm up, knee over ankle, keep pulling the ribs in. Now straighten the right leg, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee over the ankle. So again, knee in line with heel. And point it straight ahead so it's over the middle toes. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend it, but continue to draw your front ribs in and lengthen through your lower back. This is Warrior One pose. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. Keep the ribs and belly drawing in and up. Inhale, straighten the right leg, and then step your feet together. Feet are hips width apart. Now we'll turn the right toes out a little, step it back, and then square up hips and shoulders toward the front of the mat. You can go wider than heel to heel as needed. Then bend the left knee over the ankle as you pull the left hip back. Reach your right arm forward, so moving that side of the torso forward. Reach the right arm up and then add the left arm up. Spin the triceps forward here. Pull the ribs and belly in and up as you lengthen through the low back. Inhale, straighten the left leg. And then exhale, we'll start to bend the left knee, making sure it's right over the ankle. Pulling that hip back. Inhale, straighten it slowly. And as you exhale, rebend knee over ankle. Keep reaching up through the arms. Make sure your elbows are straight. Pull the ribs and belly in. Press gently through the outer edge of the back foot if you can. And inhale, straighten the left leg. Relax your arms and step your feet back together at the front of the mat. Feet still hips width apart, outer edges of feet parallel. Firming the legs, pull in through the ribs and belly here. Then inhale, sweep the arms up, keeping ribs in. Exhale, hinge from your hip creases and fold over your legs. As you inhale, come halfway up to lengthen. As you exhale, take the hands down, step your left foot back, and then step your right foot back to plank pose. Feel free to take your knees down at any time, or keep them up as you lower to your belly. Try to have everything touch at once. Come to the tops of the feet, interlace fingers at your low back. Pull your belly in and up. Inhale, peel the chest up and add the legs. Keep your belly lifted and lengthen your sitting bones toward the heels. Breathe. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Release and rest. Take your forehead down, or you can take one ear down to rest. The hands again interlacing with the other pinky on top. Roll the shoulders away from the mat. Inhale, lift everything up. Keep your belly pulled in. Press your pubic bone down gently. Lengthening sitting bones to backs of knees as you breathe here. And keep the back of the neck nice and long. And then release and rest your forehead down, or take the other ear down. Sliding the hands by low ribs, tuck the toes under, pressing up to plank with the knees down, and then hips to heels, child's pose, rest. Take a couple long breaths here in child's pose. And then inhale, come onto your knees. Take your knees a little bit wider and then return to child's pose and just notice the difference. You can have your knees closer or further apart. Further apart will get into the hips a bit and give you space for the belly. Make your way onto the knees. Take hips off to the left and sweep your feet forward so you're sitting. And then use your hands to lower onto your back, keeping the knees bent. Now take your hips over to the right and drop your knees off to the left, looking over the right shoulder. If you want a deeper stretch, you can cross your right knee over your left knee. Continue to turn the belly up toward the ceiling as you breathe here in this nice gentle twist. Inhale, uncross the knees if they're crossed. Take both knees to center. Shift your hips to the left, knees to the right. Look over the left shoulder. And then if you want a deeper twist, you'll cross the left knee over the right. Breathing here. Return to your steady Ujjayi breath. And then take the knees to center, uncross them if they're crossed. Draw your knees in toward your chest and lengthen your sitting bones toward the floor, stretching out your low back. Take your feet to the floor. You can keep the knees bent or extend the legs out. And then let your feet flap open, arms by your sides, palms facing up, and close your eyes and come into just steady, natural breathing. Our quote today is from John Haracharan. Peace is not achieved by controlling nations, but by mastering our thoughts. So just rest a moment. I'll be back with you shortly. As you take your next breath in, start to make some movements in your fingers and toes. Long, smooth breath, reach your arms overhead, stretch through the legs. And now bend your knees and slowly roll yourself onto your right side. Take a moment here to thank yourself for showing up today and taking your practice. And then carefully press up to seated, crossing at your shins. Sit nice and tall, hands to heart. Hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. And take the hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And then the hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications, sending this positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes, honors, salutes, and loves the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you feel better. And our word today, if you've made it all the way through to the end of the video, is healthy. So if you made it through and you're at the end, Write the word healthy in the comments and I'll know that you're with me. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.